So as y'all can see, today I have on an X-Men shirt. Why? Because we're talking fucking X-Men.
Let's go.
Man, I think so. It might not have been you, but I know at this point because I've been recording like a lot of them with this. I mentioned X-Men, the animated series, being like one of my earliest favorite cartoons.
Yeah.
And just the X-Men in general, like as far as Marvel goes, is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So when they announced X-Men '97, I was just like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. So I watched the first 2 episodes and I had to have somebody on to talk with me. So of course, got the homie Kyle. What's up, man?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Like, how many times have you watched it so far?
Just like both episodes once. I wanted to watch them again. Then time got away. Then time got away from me. And then I watched watched another podcast review of it, and they were loving it. And I was telling one of my homies, like, don't worry about, because they were worried about the CG.
Yeah.
Look, I was like,
shit is great.
I've already seen it. Do not worry about it. That is not the. If that's what you're worried about, you don't have to worry too. You don't have to worry too much.
Yeah, it was dope. It looked like a comic. It looked old and new at the same time, and also like a comic book.
This is the definition of nostalgic. Okay.
Yeah.
Like this is the definition of nostalgic. The promos for this have been amazing. And I know we talked about it a little bit on previous episodes. The promo on this just brings you right back to you being a kid watching this on Saturday morning, which is CRT TV, and just turn on Fox Kids, and here you go.
Right. Like this Saturday, I plan on eating a bowl of Captain Crunch and sitting up watching both of the episodes. It was so. They did so many things right.
Yeah.
So many fucking things right. And I guess we could just kind of start with the first episode, the first opening fucking scene. I think, and a lot of people were saying how they really liked Cyclops in this. This guy. Mm-hmm. The opening scene with him using his beams for mobility. Mm-hmm. It was like, wait, hold on. Is he like shooting to slide around the room? And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you think he's cool.
Like he's never, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're using their powers now, and they've advanced. They're just using them in completely different ways now. Like some of the same old ones, but they're doing new things too. And it was like, oh shit. Okay.
Man, it's very, and I was, but during the opening scene when we're introduced to the gang that's trafficking the mutants, I couldn't help but think to myself, what's up with the Buster Cannons? Y'all look like you're either those things look straight out of Mega Man's playbook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's funny because it's like futuristic and old at the same time.
Because this is the 90s. So I had to bring myself back in, which is not that hard, to bring myself back into the mindset of being, of watching this when X-Men was originally out. So because this is only X-Men 97.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're seeing people when I saw that one kid with a Walkman, I'm like,
okay, I see what y'all doing there.
I just had to remind myself, this is not a reboot. This is a revival. This is a continuation to the fullest. The animation looks both old and new at the same time, but because it's on streaming, somebody mentioned this, because it's on streaming, they know they can do more. So the fight scenes, scenes look a bit more brutal.
So let me talk about my favorite one in the first episode. Like, I guess we could share like maybe a favorite moment of each one, maybe. But like in the first episode, when they were doing the fighting scene at the end, and Cyclops, first off, chills. Of course, he said in the commercial, but now he said in the fight. To me, my X-Men.
Yep.
Chills. But then, we get to see Gambit charge up Wolverine's claws, and we saw in the trailer and everything like that. And then they cornered this shit. He was like, "Give him the forecast." Omega level threat detected. And I was like, oh shit. Enter fucking Storm. Like
Storm knows how to make an entrance.
Yeah.
Storm knows how to make an entrance. I'm glad that they gave everybody, some screen time. That's what
everybody's getting
that's what I love. When freaking Beast took control of the Sentinel,
I was like, oh shit.
He's freaking riding a mech.
Like what? They've never done that before. And it's so simple, but of course he would be able to do that. If anybody, you know what I'm saying?
That was
I have to say the fucking Storm moment was crazy because she used thunder to then transform the sand into glass or ice, and then created a whirlwind from that. It was just like powers. Most of the time she used one at a time kind of deal. Like she gave multiple in a matter of seconds.
This isn't Fox Kids. We're on Disney Plus, so we can do a little more, not a lot more, because it's still for families. But we know our audience. They know their audience. You notice that when they revive these shows, they revive the shows with the original audience in mind.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you should.
That's what I get. Like when you revive these shows, if it's only on streaming, then you can do a bit more than you could before. So somebody might slip in a curse word here and there, but or somebody might get blasted and have a hole in the head or something like that. So whereas before they didn't, you know what I'm saying, because of censors and stuff like that. Here you get people actually aiming for each other and hitting each other, as opposed to what they used to do, aim and miss.
Yes, that makes total sense, because that made me think about when the opening scene when they were fighting the humans, like they were fighting them, and I recently did a rewatch. I made it up to season 4, so I got a couple more from there in season 5. When they fought the humans, it was very downplayed. They wouldn't use that much power unless it was like a human and like a robot type deal or something. You know what I'm saying? When they were just fighting the humans, it was like practice restraint. They were like, "No shit, what's up?" Zapping them all that. So it was like, okay, yeah, I can get down with this.
Seriously, when they're fighting, they're really fighting, and nobody seems like they're holding back much. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, look,
damn, they're none. Yeah,
they got these people got high powered weapons. Okay, so
ain't no passive fighting. So did you ever catch any of the discourse towards Morph? It was so.
I know we talked about that too, about the whole non-binary thing, and I'm like, so.
Because if anybody can do it, it would be the character that can be
that can turn into anyone. Gender. It don't matter what the gender is. Not to mention how many. Okay, hold on. So he turned into Jean Grey. He turned into into Psylocke.
I was like, oh shit.
That's a nice Easter egg. Not only did he turn into Psylocke, but he fought just like her.
Her, yeah.
And he did the whole and he called out Wolverine for being for doing what he was doing, for looking like he was being a jealous hater. And I'm like, there is no reason for anybody to say anything about this character, because he's doing what he's doing what he does. But if it wasn't that, because the last thing I heard was after, and this was after watching the show. Right, I'd already watched the show. I had already had my my oh my god moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then I go online. Best place to be, sure. I go online and people are like, grown men are arguing about Gambit. They're arguing about Gambit wearing that shirt. Like, what?
Was that not a thing?
Was that not a thing? Have you seen what people used to wear in the 80s? Like in the 80s to 90s, you see what straight men used to wear?
Literally. Shit. You can go back further. You can go to the 70s and get the Isley brothers and that bitch with ruffles and shit.
Exactly. So I don't want to hear, oh, they're being all woke, or they're trying to put this all in our face. No, people have literally called Gambit this man is bisexual. Okay,
he's always been a little spicy.
He's always been a little spicy, and
but nevertheless, like, it's a fucking shirt.
It's a
shirt. They didn't have him on here, fucking Wolverine. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's a shirt. It's a shirt. And how many times in this show did he take his shirt off? Like, I'm just saying. Y'all just angry over
about
nothing.
The wrong fucking things.
Y'all just angry over nothing. But not only is this happening, but they're also mirroring the protesters in this show.
I was about to say, but y'all don't even realize you're literally
you do realize you're just
point of X-Men.
You're just this is exactly what this show is.
And then anybody who's never anybody mentioning the whole, first of all, I hate when anybody say woke, because 9 out of 10 using it wrong. But anybody who's saying that about X-Men was never an X-Men fan, because that's what the fuck it was. That's from the beginning. It was about social injustice. Like, that's the entire point. And I'll say they definitely they played into that shit very heavy with this. Like, there was a scene where one of the guys was talking, and it was like almost uncomfortable because it reminded me of real life. And it was like, shit.
They had their and freaking Magneto. I was on his side. For this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was on his side. I was on his side for this. The man was spitting bars about humanity, okay? And they had their January 6th moment.
Dog, yeah, they fucking stormed that shit. It was like, oh, they want the judges too. They're like, what do we do? He was like, y'all gave a monster a trial. He's like, huh? Ain't it funny when you do the right thing and they still come after you?
And they still come after you?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's so good.
They stormed the. I'm like, okay, this is 1997, right? But this is perfect for you For now, you know. Like all of that.
That's what I mean. Like I think that was like the scene. I don't remember which one it was, but I think it was either one of the when they were fighting the guy who was just like kind of whooping all their ass in that moment. Actually, he was having a moment. He was explaining mutants and like, you know what really gets to me? It's the whining. You mutants act like you have everything so hard. Humans have it hard too. Like all that. It was just like, okay. Yeah, you definitely would have been one of them January 6th motherfuckers. I see that.
Yeah, but if you're now, one thing we can agree on. Okay, let's talk real for a second. One thing we can agree on. Okay, a lot of us have it hard, especially if you're just here trying to make ends meet and you don't have over $1 million or $1 billion in your bank account. You're not exactly nobody is nobody is actually doing like that well nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you look like. But if you out here and saying, oh, but you guys act like you have it so hard, we have it hard too. They never said you didn't.
We're just saying, hey, this is happening. It's okay. Perfect analogy. It was something I heard a few years ago, but it never left my mind. It was like, it came from, it came from the idea of all lives matter, right? It's like, okay, so let's say if your house is on fire and you're calling the police department, like, hey, please, like, somebody come fucking help me. My house is burning now. I'm losing everything. You know what I'm saying? And the person next door, your neighbor's like, hey, all houses matter. Which but mine's is burning down.
Yeah.
I'm telling this is the problem with my house. I'm not saying fuck your house. If your shit burned down,
We're not saying we're better than
But-
you. We're not saying any of that. We're not saying that we matter
this
more.
Is the problem. Like, yeah. They did that shit good. It was like it was kind of pissing me off. Like, but that was what it's for, you know. Like that's what X-Men has always been about. So like anybody who is mentioning woke or anything like that is just genuinely not a fucking fan. Like,
but if you, I think the most heartbreaking moment, though, I think the most heartbreaking moment was when the doctor denies Jean Grey care.
Yeah.
When she's about to have her baby. That hit me right here. Like everything hit me, but that right there was just ow. What are y'all kidding me here? That killed me.
I mean, honestly, the moment that killed that one was deep, but I like how they were like, you know, thinking quick. Rogue,
can you
this motherfucker?
That's it. Can you just take some of his medical knowledge? Yeah. Okay.
Cool. I got y'all. Like, the moment that got me is because it was like, again, I think Storm and Cyclops in the original series. Cyclops was good. That was probably the best adaptation outside of this one. But they did get kind of downplayed essentially to their actual power levels, I feel like.
Yeah.
And so with this one, you know, that the whole highlight is like, you know, the producers, they were saying like, no, we ain't playing, especially with Storm this time, because like,
nah,
she's the most dangerous fucking, damn near one of the most dangerous mutants, like, and she is. And so to announce that, to have the whole scene and the Omega level threat detected, and then have her lose her powers. So wait.
Yeah, and as she's protecting Magneto. As she's protecting Magneto
like, of all the people. Yeah, like it was just like shit. I'm like, shit, seriously?
But somebody had said while the review, they absolutely loved the show, but they were like, the dialogue feels like a soap opera. Like the way
it has some moments.
And I'm like, yeah, it does, but especially Storm. You know, like Storm, Jean, Scott, that whole and freaking Magneto. They're soap opera actors. They're soap opera actors. Storm is not just going to come in and just start, making and just start, making tornadoes and anything without any kind of dialogue.
I am the goddess of the wind.
I am the goddess. Feel the rain.
Yeah, like it was.
And then when she lost the power,
of course.
When she lost the power, she's like, I can't feel the breeze. I can't
feel the moisture.
I can't feel the moisture.
No, please. So it's interesting though, because I wonder if they are going to take the comic book route with that of like Forge. I forgot exactly what he did, but he like created something to help her get her powers back.
Yeah, help her get her powers back.
Yeah, and so I'm pretty sure that's what they'll do. But for that matter, my next point, that second episode was just like fucking nuts. At the end, where the new Jean Grey, or like not the new Jean Grey, the old Jean Grey, something like I beat the X-Men.
I'm okay. Now you've read more of the comics than I have. Okay, you know the more of the comics lore than I do. Yeah. I grew up mostly watching the cartoons and then reading the comics here and there. But you've read full arcs. Did this happen?
Yes, not exactly like this, but basically it's a woman named Madeline Pryor who was created as a clone of Jean Grey by Mr. Sinister after she died, after they thought she died.
Well, because of course it's a clone.
Okay. Yep, and she's the mother of Cable. And so once they announced that it was a boy, I was like, is that Madeline? Nah, okay, they act like it's Jean Grey. They probably just gonna mix it. And then as soon as they show Homegirl at the end of the episode, said, it's been Madeline this whole time. And so, but I think the way that they're doing it is that she doesn't know. Like
she doesn't know that she's the clone?
Yeah.
Oh my God! So, okay. So, because I've seen plots like this before. When a character does not know,
Mr. Sinister is just like fucking obsessed with their family. So,
much like what was his name that clone Gwen Stacy.
Yeah. Fuck.
Well, I forgot what his name was. I want to say the Jackal or some crap like that. But
something like that. Yeah.
He was obsessed with her, so he cloned her. Or the end of Spider-Man 1994 when we find out that
Scarlet Spider.
Scarlet Spider, and then Mary Jane. We still don't know what happened to her, So
yeah. Ooh, if they bring that back, it's probably going to depend on how well this whole season does. But I wouldn't mind them bringing that back and maybe the Fantastic Four. Maybe we'll see.
I don't think they're going to bring all of them back.
Yeah.
But I would not.
At least the Spider-Man one.
I would not be mad if they at least, because Disney don't have to worry about the rights to the animated version of Spider-Man, right?
That's true.
It's only theatrical stuff that they have to play nice with Sony with, right? But they already have. How many times did Spider-Man get his own? They're still working on another Spider-Man series, so if they were
movie,
I'm just saying that's a lot. That's a lot of Spider-Man. That's a lot of Spider-Man. But if they were to bring him back to collab with X-Men 97, I would not be mad at that.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. But
now,
sorry. It was I enjoyed every part of it. Like, I feel like they're gonna do a lot because it's crazy because it's still a continuation, and like to think of all there's 5 seasons in the original series, they still, as far as comic book storylines go, they still haven't covered so much more, so much more.
Mm-hmm.
So just within these first 2 episodes, seeing the things that they're playing with and the storylines that they're kind of like integrate, because like the Storm losing her powers thing that happens, Madeline Pryor happens, Magneto taking over, his trial, all these things happen, but they don't happen in the same storyline like that. So the way that this is written is like really dope that they were able to kind of combine some of these moments, because some of them are like years apart. So, which also is going back to the whole fact that the writer got fired a week before. At least he got 2 seasons.
Okay, listen, kids. If you're gonna be on social media, just know that your bosses will check.
Yeah,
your bosses will check. The only okay, I'm not mad that the man had an OnlyFans or whatever. Yeah. I'm not mad at that. Get your bread. Express yourself however you want to express yourself. Yeah. Disney they said that it wasn't a straight up firing, but I don't believe them. You know what I'm saying? I heard somebody say that it wasn't a straight up firing. They just like temporarily let him go. I get that they have to protect their brand. Okay. Yeah. I get that but the more
unless he owned that motherfucker talking like fucking bitches and talking about Disney Plus at the same time,
like y'all Disney, you act like y'all all squeaky clean. You know what I'm saying? Y'all you bought Hulu. You have which we'll call it a kind of MA version of Disney Plus now. You have all the and you can easily. I bet you if you look at I bet you if you look at Disney's the so many companies that they own, that they get into some adult stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like law of large numbers. I know that they were upset about those twerking Minnie and Mickey Mouses that were making their viral online.
But they were to find all those motherfuckers. God damn it!
Like I understand. Like part of me understands it. Part of me understands it. But don't try to act like there's some sort of moral high ground here. The man that's it. I mean, imagine that would be an awkward opportunity, an awkward position to be in. You know what I'm saying? You find out that somebody, because teachers are losing their job over OnlyFans.
How about pay motherfuckers enough so they don't gotta go through side shit like that? How about that? Especially teachers. But that's a whole other.
That's a whole other thing. But OnlyFans. I read something that said that OnlyFans at this point is the most profitable side hustle one could have, and that says a lot about where we are right now. But
because also motherfuckers are freaks, and I bet you ain't nobody gonna just openly say, "Oh yeah, I pay for this fan only." You get a handful of motherfuckers who'll say they pay for some OnlyFans shit, but most motherfuckers ain't gonna say that shit. No, that's OnlyFans. That's crazy. The most judgmental people about it are the motherfuckers who paying for like 15 different accounts.
Right? This is morally wrong. And where is my
go home and be like, God damn it, I need my subscription.
Where's my what happened to my subscription? I paid $60 for this.
I'm trying to pay for Hot Feet 25. What the fuck is going on?
They're all over.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is so real. So, and then that to low key, that's perfect because it like to tie back into the whole gambit shit.
Yep.
Being like a student of psychology, a lot of times when people are triggered by things like that, especially something related to like sexuality, very often it's because it's something that they like or would like to do,
but they're not able to express.
Yes, and so now they feel like somebody's seeing what they like are doing, and now they're looking at them, and everybody's looking at them and like, no, get this shit off.
It's awakening something in me.
Just go put
it is awakening something in me. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's because you don't get like people don't understand that you don't fucking get bothered by something you don't care about. You just don't. Like if they don't get a court with you, you're not about to be like going crazy. You just like, oh, that's wild. Anyway, it keep going. Motherfuckers like getting up in arms about a crop top. Ask yourself some questions.
Yeah, seriously. It's clothes. That's it. It's a man wearing clothes. That is it.
Literally fucking, what is his name? Kevin Bacon wore one in goddamn Friday the 13th. Will Smith.
There you go.
Fresh Prince.
There you go. Like, I knew you would find one. No, I knew you knew.
Several. Like, hello?
I really don't. People wanted to imitate Gambit. You look at the way he's dressed normally, right? And no one said anything back then. So why are you saying something now? You just want clicks. I think you just want clicks.
Oh, of course.
You know?
Okay. So the other thing I wanted to mention is Rogue and Magneto.
I would say scandalous, but I remember seeing the comic cover with the two of them, but I thought that was an Elseworld story, to be honest with you, because I was like, what now?
Oh no, it's a whole thing. And so I didn't even think that they would touch on that.
This soon?
And that's what, like, it's like they did so, but it didn't feel, even as like again with knowing like so many of the comic shit, it didn't feel like too much. You know how sometimes when movies and shows and stuff like that do a lot of different plot lines or things like that, it feels like too much. No, this shit flowed like perfectly, and I'm like, all right, like cool.
Yeah, but it still kind of surprised me, even though I knew about it. Seeing it acted out still shocked me. Yeah.
It was like, hold on, wait, what y'all? Like when they was first in there talking, I'm like, wait, and then he started walking up. I said, oh shit, they doing it. They're doing it. The storyline, like, and then with Gambit, you know, obviously finding out a little bit. Like, I'm wondering how that's gonna play out with them three.
How that's gonna affect him?
Yeah, like, because I don't know, it's a lot that could happen. I mean, they end up having kids too. You know, Rogue eventually learns to control her powers, and so it's a lot. It's a lot. But I'm overall like I'm excited. I love it.
Hold on. You said they end up having kids. She had kids with Magneto or Gambit?
Oh, Gambit. Yeah, Gambit.
Okay. And I'm not trying to do a thing with age here, but that did kind of I was like, bro, how old are you? But at the same time, Wolverine is like the oldest guy in the room, so I can't. So really, can't say nothing.
Fucking yeah, they have a son and he has rogue's powers, but he can control it from birth, so he never has to go through the whole can't touch people shit.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
He actually ends up becoming like one of the leaders of the new X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
One of those, but yeah.
Part of me really wants to see. Actually, no, all of me really wants to see this acted out on screen.
Yeah.
Like give me a give me a like a new X-Men. Give me a new X-Men series. It doesn't have to be live action. You can do more with animation. I know animation is still expensive, but yeah, but I still would like to see.
Shit,
I
I mean,
can't
these
wait.
days the live action ones is just as expensive though. If
Facts.
not more,
But
like they go
I,
in.
I was watching Wakanda Forever last night, right?
Yeah.
And when Namor mentioned that he was a mutant, I was like, okay, they are.
Yeah.
I know they've been laying the groundwork.
Yeah, they just bits and
They've been
pieces.
they've been laying the groundwork since Miss Marvel, since
Yeah.
we first heard the term mutant in the MCU with her, and then heard that rift, you know.
Yep. Yep.
And
And then they
Miss
had,
Marvel, and then
Professor Xavier and
Multiverse of Madness.
yeah, like they've
Yeah,
been just planting little pieces. Like, hey, look at that.
getting us all excited, and then we get
Yeah.
news for Fantastic Four. Okay,
Right.
okay,
Okay.
let's
Okay.
woo, just let's do this. Let's do this. I've been having a good week. First, you start out with this. I just saw the freaking trailer for Beetlejuice 2. So
Yeah, and I'm about to watch the ones for House of the Dragon season 2.
Yeah, we're gonna be eating well. We are going to be.
Yeah, it's
We are going to be
good.
eating well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Eating the fucking good. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Okay. So the last thing I'll say,
Yep.
I'm excited just with this because again, they're doing a lot and it works really well. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of people, but we're gonna come across a lot of fucking mutants. I feel like Professor Xavier is gonna come back, but not until like the end of the next season. Because he's still in the fucking credits. I was like, wait, why is he?
Yeah, he's not dead. He's not dead.
Yeah, like for all intents and purposes, yeah, but like, no, that nigga ain't dead. So I think he's gonna come back, and it was kind of cool to see Jubilee have a more of a older looking feel too. So I wonder how they're gonna take her character because she in the comics ends up being like a beast, like and she at some point she becomes a fucking vampire too, which I think is my favorite.
I was reading a little bit of that that storyline when they started becoming vampires. Thank you, Blade. But
right,
yo, are we gonna see Blade? We haven't seen last time I saw Blade in
in anything.
That was Spider-Man 94.
Yeah.
When they had that whole plot between him and Peter, but it would be dope to see him here. Now I'm guessing like who else is going to show up. Captain America has already shown up. We can we can get more there. I think
Black Panther could because of the whole connection to Storm.
Yeah. Who else? Iron Man. Anybody can show up now.
At this point, yeah, like it's like fuck it, no. Yeah, that's exciting though. I don't know, man. I like it. I'm excited. It got 100% of Rotten Tomatoes, and like that doesn't fucking happen. So yeah, I'm excited for the future X-Men 97. I had to like geek out with somebody to talk about it real quick because I watched it 3 times. I'll probably watch it again tonight.
I gotta ask I gotta ask somebody in my family, like when I got a little nephew who right now is about to turn 2 years old, right? His dad's a straight up blurred, right? His dad's a straight up blurred. His uncle's a straight up blurred. At this point, he already has an idea, right? But now I just want to watch this with him and see and see who he reacts to. You know what I'm saying? If he reacts at all,
right.
Just want to share that moment with him because those Saturday morning, those Saturday morning times, we can still have those, but it ain't the same,
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm super fucking excited. Like I'm gonna watch it with my nephew when I go back home and definitely introduce him to the world of it. Like, yeah, X-Men fucking for life.
Cannot wait for next Wednesday. Wednesday just seems awkward. I'm sorry. It still seems very awkward. And you hit us with the two episode like with the 2 episode premiere, and then it's just gonna be a one episode per week. How come you didn't do the same thing for you didn't?
They want
Like,
to keep bringing your ass back.
Disney. You're very selective with what you decide to have us binge versus have us watch week after week. You know what I'm saying? Because Marvel, what did they do? They put like an episode out a day. Whose idea was that? That was so.
They don't really. It's like they still haven't had a grasp on how to handle the TV shows, which is crazy because they did in the beginning because WandaVision worked.
WandaVision
Captain
worked.
America
Loki,
and fucking what's the name works? Loki works.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, that and Loki worked. Miss Marvel worked for the most part. There was ups and downs, but those are some of my favorites. But as far as like how you handle the scheduling, let me tell you something. Disney, I'm gonna go on a little anime rant a second for a hot second. So as you know, Disney is trying to get more anime on their platform, right? They got everything from Bleach to freaking what else is up? Well, they have Hulu, so they got a whole library, right? But they just put out Sandland, right?
Okay.
Yeah, from Akira Toriyama. That was like one of his other manga that just got an adaptation, and it's getting a video in they've been promoting the video game like pretty much regularly. That's on Hulu right now, right? But tell me why when they started promoting it was days before they actually put it on the platform, right? You give everything else like months in advance, but this you put all 7 episodes up at one time.
Hey, watch this. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on. Let's watch this. See, we like anime too. I'm not doubting that you do.
We like anime too.
We like anime too. We want to get the anime money. I mean.
Somebody over there was like, "Hey, y'all see how much money that motherfucking anime shit over there making?
Let's get some licenses. Let's go. How much is that for that license? People were like, I remember when people were thinking that they were going to get Dragon Ball just because they have Fox and Fox had the license to Dragon Ball. Like, there ain't no way in the world they would give the Dragon Ball license to Disney to do anything.
No. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. When it played, it wouldn't play accurately because so much editing. To the point where they would have to make a new show, and then it wouldn't be received well because it would not be the same.
Remember when they had Naruto on freaking Disney XD? They had Naruto Shippuden on Disney XD, and they edited the heck out of that.
Hell out of that shit. It was like, wait, you look up and then jump to some shit that's like, wait, okay, hold on, wasn't it something in between here?
The editing is not going to work the way it used to. You know why? Because too many people watch anime now. It's not going to. So it's not gonna work. Yes, it's.
Y'all might have to give up on that niche. Y'all got to see. Y'all got Marvel locked up. Y'all got fucking Star Wars locked up. Like
there are Marvel
anime. Channel and shit.
Yeah. There are anime versions of Marvel. So
yeah. What the fuck? There's a specific one I was thinking about. It left my head. I can't think of it now. But yeah, no, that shit is.
There was X-Men.
Yeah.
There was Wolverine.
Fantastic Four. Wolverine.
There was there was Blade got his own show anime version. Iron Man got an anime, and what else? They already had like a bunch. They got a couple of Avenger anime stuff, and you can watch that in English on Disney Plus. So, yeah, and look it up. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I did see the X-Men anime. It it was interesting as far as visuals, but I was just like, it's so unneeded.
I personally like the look. The Wolverine one was cool. I just did not like Wolverine's look. They and usually I'm not that picky, but he looked like he just walked off the set of Twilight and they just put him in a leather jacket. So,
no, man, I appreciate this. Of course, I'm always going first guest to blurt out with when I think of some shit. Let me hit up Kyle. But at this point, I'm pretty sure they know where to follow you. But just go ahead, let them know. Let them know what.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Kyle Eric 3233. You can find me on my platform On the Brain ENT, which will be nerding out and blurting out that there very soon. And if you want to check out my other podcast, A for Abled, where we talk about living with disabilities and talking, stories from people who live it. You know what I'm saying? And really, you could pretty much find me anywhere. I'm a contributor on the Who They Want LLC, and just about anywhere.
Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, no, I'm shit. I mean, if you down to review the episodes, we can do the next one after next week.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, count me in. Count me in.
Oh yeah, let's fucking do it. All right, but no, I will definitely hit you up, bro. Have a good night.
You too, dude. Peace.
Peace.